My son was taking a bath last night, and he randomly asks me to tell him stories about like when he was little, and he asked me to tell him stories about like different things. So yesterday I was telling him how I traveled the world with the military. Like, he's 4, he doesn't understand what the military is, but I was telling him about how I traveled the world and the places that I went to and some things like while he's taking his bath. And he asked what the world is. He's like, what's the world? And how do you explain what the world is to a 4-year-old, right? So I'm like, well, when you look up at the sky and you see all those points of light, like those are giant rocks. Like, we're standing on one of those points of light. We're standing on a giant rock. It's just kind of floating through space, dude. Like, we live on it and it's really, really big. And I was like, the rock that we just happen to be standing on, it's called Earth. And I was like, have you ever heard of Earth? Because like in school, they teach them different things. And he goes, Earth, da-da. He's like, I don't think that I've been there for a while, but why aren't avocados purple? And I was like, what am I doing? Like, what exactly was I trying to explain to my 4-year-old right now? Because now that I think about it, it was a pretty dumb thing for me to try to explain. But yeah, I know, why aren't avocados purple? I didn't even have a good answer for that. I'm like, I don't know, dude. They're just green because they are. Also, yesterday we were leaving the grocery store and he saw a sign with tomatoes on it. And he goes, tomatoes, da-da. And I was like, yep. And I was like, hey, buddy, are tomatoes a fruit or a vegetable? And he said fruit. And I was like, but do you know why? And he couldn't explain it. But for a moment, I was like, wait a minute, how does he know that tomatoes are really a fruit? No, yes, exactly right. He knows that tomatoes are a fruit, but he doesn't know what Earth is. I don't know, man. He's a disaster at 4 years old. When is he gonna learn? Even I know, but like in my head, I was like, there's no way he knows why he's right, but there's no reason for him to believe that it's actually a fruit. Like, he knows his vegetables because we play with his like plastic food where I'll order a dish. I'll be like, I want a vegetable dish. And he'll go like collect a bunch of like plastic vegetables and pretend he cooks them and bring them. Like, he knows his fruits and vegetables. So when he said that, I was like, wait a minute, does he know why? But he didn't. He was gaslighting me.